Hey guys, I'm Ethan Moore from Stockholm Supply. We're a dealer for Ridge Carbide blades up here in Canada, and I got an email from Greg regarding the blades. He wants to know why he would want a thin kerf blade over a full kerf. Like, what's the difference between the two? So it's pretty simple. Basically, a lot of the choice you have to make is driven by what size saw you have. If you have a 1.5 horse or larger, I would go with a full kerf. If you have something smaller, I would go with a thin kerf, unless for some other reasons you may want to go with a thin kerf too. Now, the main difference, a thin kerf blade is 3/32, so 0.094, where a full kerf is an eighth, so 0.125. So it's a 32nd less, so that means when you're cutting with a thin kerf, it's going to take a little bit less power away from the saw because you're not removing as much material. Also, you're not removing as much material. So potentially, you are going to have more veneers or more cuts being able to be made out of one piece with a thin kerf. If you are doing something really fancy, really exotic, where the wood is very expensive. So that's one of the other advantages of it. Now, when you're dealing with an inexpensive, a cheaper blade on a thin kerf one, they're a little bit more, they're notorious for vibrating a little bit more and leaving a rougher cut and heating up really quickly because there's not as much meat. Now on the Ridge Carbide blades, these thin kerf blades will cut every bit as smooth as the full kerf blades because they're very, very, very well made. Now, if you look right here, there's kind of a faint ring that runs circular along the blade. Now these are all roller tension blades, so they don't require the use of a stabilizer where a lot of other thin kerf blades would, where that's built right in. You can use a stabilizer on there, absolutely. Now you will lose a little bit of the capacity, the cutting height of the blade though, if you do that. So yeah, so thin kerf. Now the full kerf blade, it in general is a little bit bigger. The body of the blade, the thickness of the steel itself is thicker. The carbide itself is thicker. Now the carbides are the same. They're as tall on this blade as the thin kerf blade. So they can be sharpened the same amount of times. But generally speaking, this blade is a little bit tougher. So it's going to last just a little bit longer than the thin kerf blade may. So that's the big difference. Now the other really cool thing about these Ridge Carbide blades, that every one of their blades are like this on this combination blade, where other manufacturers, you got to special order this or get them to do it. It's a little bit extra. Every fifth tooth is a flat top raker, which is really nice. It gives it a lot more versatility when you're using those blades here too. So yeah, if you're in the States, you can talk to Ridge Carbide directly about these. If you're in Canada, we're a dealer for them. But if anybody else has any questions, you can email me at info@stockholmsupply.com or just comment on the video. And if you want to see future videos, please subscribe. Thank you.